To my somewhat quick guide to road trippers. I will attempt to keep this as short as possible, but road trippers is so jam-packed full of information. There's so much you can do here with it that this is probably going to be at least a 10-minute post. So bear with me here. First things first, Road Trippers Plus is where it's at. You want to sign up for that. It's around $29 or $30. And what it gets you is over 8 million data points to plan a road trip. They also have pre-planned, pre-made trips all ready to go that you can just pop in a destination and then you can customize that trip if you're a Road Trippers Plus user. And then there's an app. So once you've signed up for Road Trippers Plus, you want to download the app. And what this app is going to do is it is going to become your turn-by-turn navigation app instead of something like Google Maps or Apple Maps, whatever you use now. When you're taking your road trip, you will swap to Road Trippers. So let's just dive right in. This website is just chock full of info. So there are all these trip guides that someone has taken the time to pre-make. Let's check those out. So first of all, Road Trippers is available in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the United States. There is a classic USA road trip section. Look at all these cool trips. This gives you an idea. Are they a week or a weekend? The Natchez Trace would be amazing. That is so gorgeous through Tennessee there. Route 66 road trip. Let's pretend we're going to take this trip, okay? Always wanted to do it. It starts underneath Chicago and goes all the way to California. So we are taking this trip. Someone else has planned it out. And so we're going to view the map. And it's going to bring up every stop along this trip. Looks like there are almost 40 stops. Cool. So first things first, let's say I want to make some changes to this pre-made trip. It's super easy to do. Put your mouse over a data point. This is the El Rancho Hotel. Click on it. If I want to book this hotel, I can do it all from Road Trippers. I can do it from the app or here on roadtrippers.com on a computer. But let's say I don't want to do this. I'm going to stay in an Airbnb. I don't need to go to the El Rancho Hotel. I'm going to click remove. And then I'm going to get that out of there. So it took that data point out. It adjusted my trip. Easy peasy. Now let's say I know I really, really want to go to Four Corners. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click add it to trip. Boom. There it is. It adjusted my trip for me. Now let's see. I know I want to do one more thing. Let's say I want to visit the Painted Desert Rocks. So I'm going to add those to my trip as well. And you can see here, just instantly adjust your trip to be the best route that makes the most sense. How cool is that? So along here, there are all these stops that you can check out. Here's this Continental Divide. It's an attraction. It's not currently on my trip, so I'm going to look at it and see if it's something I'm interested in. See what other people have said about it. They tell me what exit to get off at. Photo op. Really neat Native American arts and crafts. Make a stop. So there's all kinds of tips here. You can see lots of people have commented on the exit. This is great. This is really good information so you don't miss your exit. If you want to add this to your trip, you can. Usually they tell you the cost of the attraction. This one's free. Awesome. How many photos are here? This is photos from other road trip users. Can I show you what it looks like? You can decide whether it's someplace you want to stop or not. A little rainy there. So I'm going to skip that one. See what else there is. Here's a campground. Anyway, this video is going to get long as it is, so I'm going to keep moving here. But this is how you take a pre-planned trip and go ahead and adjust it. And then you can also make these a round trip, okay? So if I go here and I click make round trip, it's going to go ahead and get me to my end destination, and then it's going to take the fastest route to get me back home, okay? So that makes this route 4,567 miles. Woo! One thing I forgot to tell you guys is when you sign up for Road Trippers Plus, you can put in your vehicle information, your make, model, and year, and it will estimate your gas for you on all trips. So you can get a really close idea of what this trip will cost you for gas. Very cool. All right, so that's a pre-made trip. Now, I'm going to show you how to start a new trip. We're going to try to do this really, really fast. So there's a couple different ways to do it. I like to start it from the main Road Trippers page. I'm going to start in Elkhart, Indiana, and I'm going to go to Petoskey, Michigan. Oops, spelled it wrong. Petoskey, Michigan. I would want to make sure it's selecting RV or auto. I am going to be in an auto plan trip. So right off the bat, it's going to make a route for me. It's going right through kind of the side of Michigan. It's going up through Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids. I don't think I want to take that route, so I'm going to show you how to adjust this, okay? But first things first, I want to make this a round trip. Make round trip. That was easy. And now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say, I know that on our way out, we want to stop at the St. Joe Pier Lighthouse. So I'm going to add that to my trip. Instantly, it adjusts my trip route. But what I want you to notice here is it has me going from Elkhart to Petoskey first. I want Petoskey to be my end destination before I head home. So I'm just going to drag this up. And it's going to change my whole trip and my route. All right. So along the way here, say I know, it tells me how many hours. So it's going to take me 59, almost an hour and 14 minutes to get to the lighthouse. Then I have another 4 hours to go before I get to Petoskey. So I know I'm going to be hungry for lunch. Maybe we want to stop at Mount Baldhead Park. Let's look at it. Looks pretty. Here's some photos. Boat in the water. This is in Saugatuck. I don't know if I want to do that one, so we're not going to add that. Let's find something else. I'm going to zoom in a little closer. See what else I can find. What's this? Douglas Beach. Those are hotels. Let's keep going. Saugatuck Dunes State Park. Saugatuck Dune Rides. I already know I want to do this. These are awesome. So I'm going to add that to my trip. I'm going to find something to eat. Let's see, I want to eat in Holland. Holland is beautiful. Let's find something to eat in Holland. Oh, how about this? This place is pretty famous. We've actually been here before. We're gonna add that. That's gonna be our lunch. And now we want to stay along the coast. Let's say party store. I'm good. Don't need any of that. Okay, let's say we want to go blueberry picking. Let's add that to our trip. That sounds fun. So every time I add something, it adjusts my route. You can see that. Let's see what it does. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. This is how you do a round trip guide. You just keep adding data points along the way, and it'll keep adjusting. Michigan's Adventure. This is a water park. If I had kids, I might add this. Let's do it. Again, you saw it adjust my route. Maybe I want to spend the night here. Let's go golfing before we get to Petoskey the next day. And of course, you can't go up to Petoskey and not go to Sleeping Bear Dunes. There you go. Pretty easy. If you want to add stops along your way home, you can do that. You can go way out of the way. Check out the Bottle Cap Museum. Let's do that. Add to trip. And it's going to adjust my home route. Alright. Now you can also add people to your trip. You can add a Facebook friend. I can add an email if I'm planning this trip with somebody else. Double check my vehicle. Make sure I've got the right car in here. Let's see, select a vehicle. Let's get the fuel efficiency done. I'm just going to adjust my gas cost at $87. That's pretty good. And that's it. That's how you build a trip. This is how you use Roadtrippers. You will not regret it. And then make sure you download the app so all this will be right there in your car with you when you're ready to hit the road.